Hi guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to look at the concept of creating columns, adding columns. So we add columns to further describe our data or to further add an attribute that describes our data better. In this case, attributes that describes our customer better. So we are going to add 3 columns to this customer data. So by our identification, we know that any customer that returns null on the customer create date column are customers that are still with the bank, while customers that returns a date are customers that have churned or customers that are no longer with the bank. Yeah, their contracts, they have cut off their contract with the bank, something. So let's quickly add a conditional column that describes this. So to do that, we go to add column. There are different ways which you can add columns from examples and so all of these. But the one that is more effective to do this is a conditional column. So we click on conditional column and we say, so let's call this churn description. Churn description. So if our churned date is equal to null, that this should give us what? It means they are still with the bank. Yeah. So else, so it's just two conditions. Not with the bank. Not with the bank. Very simple. You see that you are still with the bank or you are not with the bank. So we click on OK. So it returns the churn description. So we change this data type. We click here. This is another way of changing data type. So we change to text. So just to compare with the date we used in changing this, so just to be sure that our column is correct. So let's move this. We move this to the beginning. Yeah. So and highlight it and drag it a bit just beside the churn date. So let's click on null just to see everything that is null. Let's click on null. So clicking on null, we can see what we expect it to return, that the customer is still with the bank. Let's see that. So right. Yeah, still with the bank. So all these customers are still with the bank. So that is great news for us. Yeah. Again, if you insert a step that like you want to go back to your original state, yeah, to your original step, so all you just need to do is just to come to your applied step and remove this step. So if I remove these steps now, I return to where I was originally. So this now tells me if my customer is still with the bank, this column, or if it has churned. So and what I just did by returning to the original state, so it's like Control Z on PowerPoint or on Excel and just other Microsoft applications. So on the debit card side, I'm going to use another method to so it will tell us if they have debit card or they do not have debit card. Let's quickly do that. So clicking on this column, the debit card column, we go to add column, we click on from example, then from selection. Yes. So you see on the debit card column, you see a tick mark here. It means that this column is referencing the debit card column to describe this. So we'll call this debit card description. So if you are 1, it means you have a debit card. If you are 0, you don't have a debit card. So this customer has a debit card, is 1 debit card. So let me look for another thing that is 0. Look at 0 here. Does not have a debit card or not carded. Let me just make it more simpler. Not carded. Yeah. So this auto-populates everything. So it has seen that 1 has a debit card, 0 does not have. Let me change this header. I said decit. It's supposed to be debit. So that's as auto-populated it. Like if we look at 1 here, it has a debit card, 0 not carded. So very, very cool. Let's do the same thing for mobile app. Click on mobile app, go to add column, then from examples, then from selection. So we'll call this mobile app description. So let's scroll so that we can see the tick is on mobile app. So I can see it highlighted also. So 1 has mobile or enrolled on mobile while the other 0 is not enrolled. So we can just call it, since the header is mobile app, we can just call it enrolled. Yeah, just keep it simple. So enrolled, not enrolled. So 1 will return enrolled, 0 will return not enrolled. You can see 0 not enrolled, 0 here not enrolled, that's 0 0 not enrolled. So why 1 is enrolled? So that is it. Click on OK. That does it for us. So this makes it easier for us. Instead of returning 1 and 0 when we are visualizing, we actually return what 1 and 0 actually means, so that anybody reading the report can understand what it means. So for now, this is all the transformation we have to do on this our customer table. This is all the transformation we have to do. Let's just recheck that everything related to data type. So I advise you to always do that. So whether it's ABC123 or whether it's a number or whether it's date, just to ensure everything is correct. So if you see a general format like ABC123 right here, it means you have to change that data type. So right now, we've done all the transformation we need to do on this particular data set. The next thing we'll do is to go to Home tab, Home ribbon, close and apply. So close and apply runs that data for us on Power BI. It runs it, then bring up our customer. Oh, let me open Power BI. Yeah, so you can see customer digital channels. But yeah, we don't want these digital channels here. So what do? We can still go back to Power Query, like transform data and transform data. So we can still go back here. So we don't want that digital channels. Then we right click. We don't want it to load. Since we already have the information on the customer table, we do disable load. So disable load. So let's see if we've clicked on the right thing. So this enable load, we just click on it to disable it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, can disable it. So it brings a warning, but it doesn't really impact anything. Then we close and apply. So that is it. All we just have here now is our customer level, customer data with every information about the customer. So this is quite interesting. In the next video, we are going to be creating some visualization and just looking at our data and just creating some interesting things. Just getting to know our customer better, creating some interesting visualization to know our customer better. So thank you for watching this video once more. See you in the next lesson.